For the month of November, it's going to be all about adding 9. And we're going to start off with a warm up that helps us think about adding to 10. The reason we want to do that is we're going to add 9 similar to how we add 10, but thinking about it as like one less that we add. So we're going to warm up with some numeral cards, just anything 0 to 10. And again, warm ups are quick, so you want to just throw down a card for each student and say, how many more to 10? If they don't automatically know it's 4, they can simply use fingers. How many more to 10? 4 more to 10. Okay? So 6 plus 4 is 10. 5, 6, 7. Obviously, I did not shuffle this. So you want to shuffle first and then practice those combinations to 10, just as the warm up. So that should just take, again, a minute or two just to get them thinking. And then we're going to move on to matching 10 plus cards with 20 frame cards. So these are the 10 plus cards you can pull out of your flashcards. So you'd have 10 plus 5, 10 plus 6, 10 plus 7, 10 plus 8, and 10 plus 9. And then we're going to match them to 20 frame cards. The reason we're doing that is when they have to add 9 using 10 frames, we want them to start making those connections. So you're going to hand them a card, and I'd like to just sort of have students go as quickly as possible. So whenever they have one that's ready, you just give them a new card. So I would just hand this out to a student and say, find where it matches, and they put it underneath. Same thing here, find where it matches, put it underneath. They get another 18, and they can just put it right on top of that, just to keep it simple. So like if they get another 18, just have them put it right on top. And then just keep practicing those combinations to 10, just for a few minutes, get their brains thinking about what it looks like, okay? So that is matching 10 plus cards with 20 frame cards. And then we're going to start practicing adding 9 to things, because now they know how to add 10, adding 9 is going to be a piece of cake. So I would start by just putting out all the 9 plus cards in front of them. And I'm going to be strategic the first time and just say, okay, I see here I have some cards, and over here I have some cards, but I'm strategically putting the ones that have 9 plus on one side and then the 9 as the second addend on the other side. And then I'm going to ask them what they notice. So instead of adding 10 now, we're only adding 9. So what we really want them to be thinking about is a good strategy for that. So we have 10 frames in here for you. So we're going to just pick one that we can do with 10 frames, and we're also going to possibly use cubes. You can decide with your groups. You'll kind of know who needs what, because you'll be in the 3rd month of school already. So I would say start with cubes for your students who struggle, then move on to using 10 frames for this. So I'll show you the cube one first. So let's just pick a nice one, like a friendly one, like 9 plus 2, and we'll move these all off to the side. And so you can have them sort of think this through, like, okay, 9 plus 2 is like having 9 and 2 more. So we're basically making 10. So you can ask them, like, what's a good way for me to make 10 with this set of cubes? So instead of adding 9, now I can add 10 to this number. So when you put it here, now it becomes 10, and this one becomes 1. And again, that's why we've been practicing those 10 plus combinations, because now 10 plus 1 is 11. They usually see it easily with the ones that are lower. So start with those and then kind of gradually move up to trickier ones. Like let's do a 9 plus 5. So show them 9 plus 5. Here's 5. What can we do here? Actually, I think I'm going to switch it, and I'm just going to try to keep it as simple as possible, where the extra one is white. So here's 9 plus 5, and I want them to make 10. So hopefully they start to see the pattern that one of these is simply going to make 10. Now I have 10 and 4 is 14. You can also do this with 10 frames if you have dry erase markers or there are counters in your kit. The thing about this is it takes a little bit more time than cubes, but sometimes the kids need to manipulate it that way and see it that way. So if they have 9 plus 5, you can have them fill it in. And again, this can be kind of their own pace, which is nice. So when one student is working, you can be kind of like talking to another student. So I kind of like the counters for that too. So we're just going to fill this up to 9 and 5. So make sure the students who struggle understand this is matching my equation, my expression. So when I have 9 plus 5, they can see I can just simply move it up. This becomes a 4, that becomes a 10. So the more practice with this, the better. Even though it seems like so babyish, it's not. Because I think once they get away from the tools and they're only getting these mixed up with other ones, they sort of lose that automaticity of understanding that it does move to that. So you might set it down and might say 14. Just say, I still want you to build it, because building it is what makes those connections stronger. So then that's it. I mean, you're just practicing this for the whole month of November. And at the end, you're going to go ahead and just check in how many of these plus 9 facts do they know. And I would say make sure you're practicing too where the 9 is second, because it should not matter, right? So here's 9 down here. And we have an extra one, plus 5. It doesn't matter. It's just switched around. So they start to see it doesn't matter if it's the first addend or the second addend. That's it for November.